The recent violence that has engulfed a number of Gauteng areas that saw foreign nationals come under siege has not gone unnoticed by traditional leaders. Prince Africa Zulu of Onkweni is promoting social cohesion among people in South Africa. Member of the Royal Onkweni House, Zulu is the founder of the Onkweni Royal Cultural Festival, and he now joins us live in studio to talk a bit more about what they are doing to promote social cohesion. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Prince, let's start with, the recent events that we've seen of foreign-owned shops being looted and violence around that. What's your take on it?
It is very sad. It is really sad. We really never thought that our country will come to this position. But we must also respect other factors that are really contributing towards these challenges. And to me, personally, I feel our resources are really overstressed. They are overstressed. We don't have enough to share among all our brothers. And it is that situation where our people are now taking situation to their own hands and venting their anger in a way that is really not acceptable. But what we need is to wait and have faith in our government to present a credible plan, because it is about survival. It is about the bread. It is about our people being frustrated,
Now, Prince, you've made a lot of points now. You've spoken of the frustration that South Africans have and then taking matters into their own hands. But you've also mentioned, that we need to be patient and wait for government to come with a workable solution. But let's look at the Onkweni Royal Cultural Festival. I mean, it's founded, around Ubuntu and respecting other people. So saying that we don't have enough resources and that we're stretched and attacking people goes against Ubuntu and respecting others. Isn't that correct?
It is against the values of any, in fact, of our even constitution. As we are celebrating, I think, 20 years of our constitution, it's a bad reflection on us as a country. Just at the height of such celebrations where we are looking back to say we adopted such a constitution that has really taken us, from a dark time to a point where we feel we are moving forward. And now we're still faced with these problems where our people really are that angry that they are prepared even to kill their own brothers just for the frustrations. But our attempt, and we have made enough effort, and more is still necessary. As a festival, we have chosen to focus on social cohesion, because we saw this thing long time ago, that our country could head towards this direction. Maybe we need to have something that will always keep our people together, because our brothers from Africa, they are our people, and we need to take good care of them when they come here. And we are not saying that there are no problems in this country. There are challenges, and people on the ground are really having it tough, and some families are really without food. And all this combined with businesses of people that people have lost, some of them are business owners, they've lost, and now they are blaming their own brothers whom they see maybe they are prospering. But we need to work together as a nation and as a country, and in actually making sure that we really take the issue of social cohesion seriously, and we really practice it, from Parliament, from our society, from any part of our people where our people live.
I'm actually glad that you've mentioned some of the work you do around social cohesion. Now, there's a lot of debates around this. I mean, we see, the word social cohesion coming about when we see racist rants, for example, because a lot of South Africans have come out to say, that some of them still experience racism to this day. We now have the issue of xenophobia. Some people call it Afrophobia as well. Do you think South Africa has come a long way in a democratic sense, or do we still have a long way to go, looking at the fact that, I mean, we still see these instances of racism and now, of course, xenophobia and Afrophobia?
I think as South Africans, we are human beings like any part of the citizens in the world. And the problem that we are experiencing are not new problems, you know, in the world. And, you know, we've got countries that are going through worse. We have seen problems even in Nigeria. We have seen Nigerian citizens, you know, that Boko Haram group, you know, kidnapping their
Boko
own,
Haram, yeah.
yes, people. So
I mean,
it's
we've
just,
also been through a lot. I mean, we fought through apartheid, you know, so we've also been through a lot.
we've been through a lot, and we are making so much progress. And it's a pity that, you know, when these things happen, they actually take the focus away from the ball to say that our people and our leaders and our people themselves are champions of this great future that we are in. But we just need to work more harder so that we can have an inclusive future when everybody feels like they are a stakeholder. Because right now, the problem is that even our economy seems to involve only the few elite. And it is that problem that where our people on the ground explode when they feel like even any opportunities that comes, it doesn't go and get spread to every part of, you know, our society. And there are still some people that are guaranteed never to get nothing when any development, and you look at issues like the World Cup, and you remember our people had a lot of hype, but there were problems that not everyone benefited. So those things, they will continue to affect us as a nation, but we need to hold on together. But it is no more an issue where you can just make an announcement and say people must stop xenophobia, because it is not something that is starting its own self. It's not just a robot, xenophobia. It is something that is a result of factors and challenges. People, as I've said, that people are without food, they are without jobs, and they feel so much in the dark, and this is a frustration. And it is not to say that what they are doing is correct. You know, what they are doing, they are killing their own brothers, they are killing their own families. These are your own brothers. It's a story of Abel and Cain. You know, what are you going to say to God? Where is your brother if you have already killed your brother just over the fact that you feel that maybe your brother's prayer received, you know, sweet aroma from God?
Yeah, you make a great point there, saying that there's a lot of socioeconomic issues that actually need to be looked at when instances of racism, but also xenophobia and Afrophobia come about. Now, just finally, we're running out of time, but let's look at other social cohesion programs that you'll be running throughout the year. Can you take us through some of them?
This year, we are celebrating 10 years of Onkweni Royal Cultural Festival, and we believe with the 10 years, we'll be able also to make enough awareness. We've got very exciting programs, and we are looking as to how we can even incorporate even some of the programs that can have, where we can feature other brothers of ours. Should it be an African culture? Maybe should we have a Nigerian group coming through? And we also focusing also on stuff like agriculture, where we want our people to bring their fresh produce to the festival. If they do so in numbers and from all these cultures, it will be a first step just to revive that culture of plowing and that culture of you know, being independent and making use of your own soil from your own garden. So we have quite an exciting program with the fashion and all that. But I know due to time, I cannot talk more.
Prince, thank you so much for joining us. You're doing some amazing work on social cohesion. We'll definitely be keeping up with your programs for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
That was Prince Africa Zulu joining us for a discussion on social cohesion. We've seen a lot of instances of xenophobia in the recent weeks, and he was just sharing some of the programs that they run.